I wanted to record this video to relay a message to people who are so hell-bent. It's mostly males. I'll admit that as a male, hell-bent on getting in a relationship because they are under this impression that it will do something or create some type of meaningful change in their lives. Now, let me just also preface it by saying this. I am in no way advocating that if a person likes someone else and they genuinely like them and are trying to see if that person likes them back, to not pursue them. Have at it, Hoss. But I'm actually more in favor of my approach at this time. And again, if someone feels a certain way about another person and they want to try and go at it, they can do it. I thought a good deal over the last few days about my status as a single person and really why I've sort of moved my approach. And it's really a departure from my earlier years of high school where I was one of the pursuers and trying to get with any girl I thought looked so attractive, and they were all so wonderful and beautiful and great. And it was roughly in the midst of my junior year that I realized I have pursued multiple women. They can't all be special, at least not to me anyway. And everyone has their good qualities, and I think I certainly acknowledge that in my attractions to them. But I don't believe being with any of them would have impacted me to a level where I could honestly believe I'd still be with them now. And that's not to say that, oh, I would have broke some hearts. I would have been a playboy. No, it's not that at all. But the kind of person I am now is a little bit different from me at that time, where I thought a relationship was what I needed to prove that I was masculine or a male or someone that people should pay attention to. And really in focusing on other things, on things I've written, things I create, there's a certain level of content I have with being able to not only try it, but also be be constructive in succeeding in doing it or getting it done. And I guess to say this without making more preferences is to add that I've seen things that I've started on and felt, oh, I'm never going to finish this. I've seen me do it. And every time I write a book or I work on some video or something else or decide today I'm gonna change that tune, it always feels as if the void that I initially felt when I was not in a relationship or was seeking one, it just disappears. And there are plenty of guys who feel at this point in their lives, I'm 18, so there are a lot of people my age, that, oh, I'm never going to be with anyone. I'm always going to be this single person. And I implore them to either, if they're already pursuing, switch their strategy to focusing on their self. I do this thing where sometimes I don't even give a person the time of day because it doesn't matter to me. 9 times out of 10, the giving the person a whole bunch of attention and catering to their every whim, that did nothing. That proved to be unneeded. And I'm in no way saying, oh, don't treat everyone horribly and, you know, just forget that person. But I am acknowledging there's a double-edged sword when you try to be nice to someone to such an extent that they think they're all that matters to you and that they can just walk over you. And I refuse to allow anyone to have that belief of me that I know personally. And the way I do that is by showing I'm not going to make the extra effort. I'm going to keep focusing on myself and trying to get things done productively that relate to me. Furthermore, and just kind of closing this out because I don't want to drag on forever and ever and ever, you also have a plurality of guys who will go to suicide over women. And this is what bothers me the most. I get depression. I get people wanting to be with other people and knowing that person either can't be with them or won't be with them. I get it. It sucks. It's horrible. It makes you feel awful. It made me feel awful. But the moment you decide I'm going to kill myself over some person that, didn't even have the time, didn't even think I was worth the time of one date, is the moment you lose your sanity, or just you walk away from it in a way. Because life is not measured by the amount of dates we go on, or who we turn on, or anything else that involves sexual content. It's really about improving other people's lives, caring for your fellow man, and being a productive citizen. And I think a lot of people don't seem to realize that. And I know they don't seem to realize that when they go out and decide, I'm going to end my life. There is no justifiable reason that a person who does not have a debilitating disease, or shows capability of being able to walk away from that person, in the literal sense of having feet that they can use to move away or step away. The point I'm making is, unless you have some physical disability, or probably mental as well, I can understand it as well. There's no reason to get so worked up over one person, because at the end of the day, you still have something that there are people who don't have. And again, I understand depression. It comes, it goes. And being rejected by that person, you might think it'll last forever. I have news. It won't. So that's my judgment on that. I think people need to reassess what's important and what's not. I think if we had a system in place that allowed males to not be clowned for not being with someone, we'd see a reduction in suicide. But thank you for watching, and have a good day.